Good morning all. I am Poonam Swapnil Jadhav, working as assistant professor in Department of Computer Engineering, AISSMS IOIT Pune. Today we are going to see Ethereum and smart contract which comes under the blockchain technology. Now we are going to see what is Ethereum, history of Ethereum, the types of Ethereum networks, EVM, Ethereum virtual machine, and introduction to the smart contracts. So what is Ethereum? Ethereum is an open source platform that provides smart contract functionality and is used for the development of decentralized applications. It operates as a distributed computing environment, enabling developers to build and deploy applications on its blockchain. Ethereum features a decentralized virtual machine known as Ethereum Virtual Machine, which executes scripts across a global network of public nodes. Centralized systems operate with a single central authority or server that manages and controls all operations and data flow. This centralized model ensures that applications can run consistently and securely as all processes are handled from a single control point. In these systems, individual units or users rely on the central authority to send, receive, and process information. This central control simplifies management and coordination but can also create vulnerabilities as the entire system's functionality depends upon the central unit. But there are issues with the centralized system. Those are only one point of controller for a system and any disaster. If the central unit experiences a problem or disaster, it can disrupt or disable the entire system. Vulnerability to corruption. It can affect the integrity and security of the entire system. User restricted access. This can limit users' control over their own data and restrict their ability to interact with the system freely. The storage tower conclusion. Concentration of data can pose risks such as data breaches, loss, or misuse. Now, this is the history of Ethereum. Below diagram shows the evolution of the Ethereum. Ethereum accounts and its types. Accounts are the fundamental components of Ethereum blockchain network. They are crucial for interactions within the network. The state of the network changes as a result of operations performed on and between accounts. These changes are known as state transitions. The Ethereum state transition function governs how these state transitions occur, defining the rules for how account balances, contract storage, and other aspects of the Ethereum stated are updated. Transaction validation clarifies the initial validation steps. Fee calculation enables how fees are calculated and deducted. Gas management details the role of gas in transaction processing. Execution describes what happens during transaction execution and contract code execution. Reversal on failure notes that failed transactions revert state changes but keep the fee. Fee settlement summarizes the final fee distribution and state update. Types of accounts. Externally owned account EOA. Externally owned accounts are controlled by the private keys. Each EOA is associated with a public-private key pair. Users can send transactions by creating and signing them with their private key. Contract account. Contract accounts are controlled by smart contract code which is stored with the account. Each contract account also has an associated Ether balance. When a contract account receives a transaction from an externally owned account EOA or a message from another contract, its code is executed. During execution, the contract code can read from and write to its local storage, send message, and create new contracts. The EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine. The Ethereum Virtual Machine is a virtual environment that executes the code in the form of EVM bytecode, which is analogous to how computer CPU executes a machine code like 8086 64-bit. In this session, we will explore how smart contracts are developed to run on the EVM. While it's technically possible to write smart contract directly in bytecode, EVM bytecode is highly complex and difficult for programmers to read and manage. Therefore, most Ethereum developers prefer to write the smart contracts in the high-level language and then use the compiler to convert this into the bytecode. Although any high-level language could potentially be adapted for smart contracts, designing a language specifically for this purpose is often more practical. Adapting a general-purpose language for the EVM can be cumbersome and may lead to various complications. Smart contracts run in the EVM highly controlled and minimalistic execution environment, which requires a specific set of systems, variables, and functions. As a result, creating a specialized language for smart contracts is often simpler and more efficient than adapting a general-purpose language. Consequently, several specialized languages have been developed for writing the smart contracts on Ethereum. These languages come with compilers that produce EVM executable bytecode. Smart contracts. Smart contracts are typically written in the high-level language like Solid. To execute on the Ethereum virtual machine, these contracts must be compiled into low-level bytecode. Once compiled, smart contracts are deployed to the Ethereum network through a specific type of transaction known as the contract creation transaction. This transaction is sent to a special address which is not but rather a unique address generated for this purpose. Each smart contract is assigned an Ethereum address which is derived from the contract creation transaction. This address is based on the address of creator and the nonce associated with the transaction. The Ethereum address of the contract can be used in transactions to send funds to the contract or to call its functions. Unlike externally owned accounts, a smart contract do not have associated private keys. As the creator of the smart contract, you do not receive a private key for the contract account, nor do you have special privileges at the protocol level. Any special privilege must be explicitly programmed into the smart contract itself. Essentially, smart contract accounts are self-contained and operate independently. Thank you.